What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Nard coming to you with the special Thanksgiving edition of the show. Man, I'm sitting around with all my family in town and coming over and everything like that. And I'm just so thankful. And I wanted to ask y'all what y'all thankful for. So hit me back on with some feedback at Pros Vols. You know how it go. Well, right now, I'm going to get right into it because I got a special guest. A special guest of many because I plan on just giving you the whole rundown of all the interesting people I got over because I value their opinion and I value their mind. So we're going to bring it to you right now none other than the world famous but locally based Annie Up.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, big dog. I've been tuning in. Been having a few things going on the past couple months. Nothing too negative, nothing too heavy, but
No doubt.
I definitely have the time now, and I'm gonna catch up. And I love what you bring, dog. Your energy. I love how you articulate yourself, brother. And sometimes you blow me away because not that I thought any less, but it's like, yo, like this dude, I would have got stumbled up right there, and you always find that word, bro. You pretty precise. So I'm glad to be here, man. Thanks for having me. And let's get to it.
No doubt. Now listen, y'all. Annie Up, he ain't new to this, but he definitely true to this. He does a podcast as well. Tell the people a little bit about the podcast you do and where they can find it at.
True story. We got a Pops Knows podcast. It's me and 4 or 5 of my other homies, maybe even more than that. It's just it's a family, but we all are dads, and basically we talk about things ranging from just how we interact with our children and sports to drama, sitcom, whatever, man. Everything under the sun. You can find that on Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook at Pops Knows Podcast. It's on IG, Pops Knows Podcast. Everywhere, just Pops Knows Podcast. It's spelled just how it sounds, and we appreciate that, and I also appreciate you for plugging me, brother.
Oh, no doubt, man. How y'all come up with that? What made y'all come up with the concept of doing the podcast, and conceptually with the pops and all y'all being fathers and everything like that? How did that come about? You know
what? That's a great question. I wish I had one of the members here right now, but I will tell you what I know. We most of the guys in Pops Knows are from the West Side, and I'm a South Side guy, and I met them later. They mostly grew up together, so they got good vibes, like most West Side dudes I met.
Oh, no doubt. They got a brotherhood.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact, So, I don't know, man. I was supposed to only be a guest appearing guy. But I was like, wait a minute. My life isn't that busy, and I wasn't working weekends at the time. But I was like, nah, I want to be full-time. So we haven't. They actually are gonna shoot an episode while I'm here, and I'm probably gonna end up FaceTiming or doing some sort of, whatever it takes. But I don't even know who came up with the concept. I was in the room when it was happening. I was probably in my phone or something. You know how that goes. But I really dig it, and it's really awesome because none of these guys are a slouch in their kid's life, bro.
No doubt.
None of them.
No doubt.
So I can vouch for that. So I think it's pretty dope.
So basically, you just styled on the track, meaning you just charisma'd your way onto that joint.
You see, hey, if that's what you want.
Hey, listen, sometimes you gotta talk your shit a little bit. And if you don't want to talk it, I'll talk it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my boy.
Now listen, Annie Up, he moonlights as a podcaster, but his full time he an MC.
Let's talk about it.
So, just give us a little bit about what you're working on currently.
Right now, of course, I don't have a title for it, but I bounce back and forth from so many different titles. But I'm working on an EP right now. It's going to be super special because I might even call it the community I'm from. That's Auburn Gresham, baby, 81st and Bishop. Right? I might even call it that, but I don't have a title for it. But I just got with this new engineer. He's really awesome. Zoe, shout out to Zoe.
Shout out Zoe.
This will be the first time I'm doing it on my own. I've always had I don't even know what you would call it, bro. Like an in-between guy. And no offense to anyone, man. Because my last project, you can find it on all streaming platforms. It's called Duality.
Yep.
By Annie Up. It's really dope. But I'm different. I'm different from Duality. That dropped in 2017 and it's still relevant. But go check that out. But right now, I want to give them an EP. I don't even know if I'll ever do a full-length album again, bro. And it's not because I have PTSD from my last experience or anything. It's because my attention span, bro. It's something about my attention span. I like to get in and get out, bro. Like, take care of what I got to take care of and be gone. So,
And currently, like, that's kind of like the whole move.
Facts.
Like, don't bust them over the head with 17 joints when,
no doubt.
you know, if you can give them 7 crisp, well
that's what
produced,
I plan on doing, bro.
well lyrically, you know,
yes.
then that's better than 16 joints like what we accustomed to growing up.
And you just said that, bro, and you probably just named my EP, bro, and I'm not even gonna give it. I'll tell you.
Don't give it away.
Don't give
it away.
But so yeah, I'm working. I got some. So I can put something out right now. Like, but again, I'm a Gemini, man. May 23rd. I'm a Gemini, man, and we're perfectionists, bro. So I want everything to align and be how I have it in my head. And me putting out the songs I got in my email, my MP3s that I've recorded already. Right. That doesn't. No, I want to add on. I want to have something to pick from. So I'm working on that now. I'm trying to get some shows lined up, bro. I miss performing live. I can't even tell you. I can't tell you the last time I performed live. I performed with my bro O Plus. Y'all go check him out. He got a project.
One love, O Plus. What up?
10,000 hours. It's pretty dope too. But I wanna have my own sets and have my guys feature on my sets. It's been a long time since I can say I've honestly done that, and I'm more equipped now than ever because I'm better than I ever been, bro.
So what's like your process? How you come up with your material? Is it a feeling thing, or is it just like a beat thing, or you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, I hear a track, whether it be Sky Zoo, it could be one of my guys, whatever. I hit a track, and in my head, I still respect the MC. I listen to the lyrics, but I'll play it back, and then I get to put my own vibes in my head, writing my own words and saying what I would have said right here. And that's how it goes. I need to hear that music first, unless I'm going through a time or whatever. Like, you know, your times are usually,
right.
You know, so I'll say my muse is what I'm going through at the time. I don't share my emotions with everyone, and I do wear my heart on my sleeve, but I'm very private, bro. So when I do my music, it's like my diary. So instead of walking around and putting everything on Facebook, on social media, where everybody can judge me and tell me how I shouldn't put out my whole life on the social media, I just put it in a lyrical form and put it on the beat, bro, and plaster that joint.
I mean, so what's your style? You know, for the people that hadn't heard you, you know, are you and that's familiar with hip hop, and that's a MC, or you know that fancy themselves to like MCs. Are you the storyteller, or are you the double entendre, or are you just the rapid fire complex bars?
You know what, bro? I've never been super complex. Not because I can't be. It's because where I'm from, I know that area, bro. And my main focus was to always resonate with the guys who stayed a block away from me. So, not to say, no offense to my...
Did it for the people.
Yeah, I did it for the people. I don't want to go too far over your head, but I will say this. I got money on me as far as storytelling goes. You know, I'm not finna sit here...
I vouch for him.
I'm not about to sit here and act like I done toted 100 guns and done all that, but I will tell you this. There was a crossroads in my life, just like anyone else's, where I could have went right, went left.
Any inner city,
come on, you know what time it is. We from the South Side, bro. So, I've been very, very close to like I say in one of my bars, I say, if I say it, basically, there's someone that can vouch for it. So I'm not talking about nothing I haven't done, bro. So I label myself a really smooth, dope storyteller. The lyrical imagery is there. You're going to see what I'm saying. And I got passion, bro. Like I'm a passionate MC, you know? Like I can't, it's hard for me to do the songs with no passion and just talking and rapping and all of that. So the passionate MC and the storyteller, that's what I would label.
Well, I heard you say something, you know, crossroad. And I mean, you know, so that instantly took me back. Like, so at what point, like, did you take rap, like, know that you wanted to do rap, or like that you was entrenched in like hip hop, and this is what maybe I want to get off into, and I want to be an MC. You know, at what point, what MC made you say, man, I want to be like him?
That's easy money, bro. AZ, Brooklyn,
Asiatic.
AZ, man. Nas sparked it, but then when I heard AZ, I was like, okay, yeah, because again, Nas will hit you with some stuff that it's stuff now that I'm just starting to understand what Nas was talking about then. AZ can do that, but he gonna give it to you in his own way, and
with style on the track.
With style on the track, and he also with those assonants, and so AZ did it for me. I grew up on New York hip hop because I mean, let's be honest, bro. Chicago, I didn't know many Chicago rappers when I was coming up, but I will tell you, the day I was like, I don't care what anyone thinks of it, because I was writing rhymes when I was like 11, 12, but I thought they were whack. But when in '96, bro, when Tupac got killed, bro, I was like, I don't care what nobody think about this. Somebody gonna hear this. Yeah, it gave me the courage.
One Gemini to another.
Yup. Yeah, no doubt. So it gave me the courage to rap and be like, okay, and my sister was one of my first initial critics.
Shouts out to Tea Time. She known for some bars that we gotta find them bars that Tea Time had and resurface them. And I might play a clip, catch a sneak of catching her spit them one day. So MC and running their family, everybody.
No doubt,
shouts out to Tea Time, MC Tea Time.
She definitely was one of my first critics, and she gave it to me straight, no chaser, which I appreciate to this day, which was like everything in our life. But yeah, man, I feel like if I got her to get the little head nod and do the shrug, like, all right, that was cool, I feel like I could rap this for anybody. So I appreciate her for that. And look at me now, man. I go in the room. You can put me in the studio with any artist, signed or unsigned, and I can hold my own, bro. And I say that with the utmost confidence and respect to these people, because I listen to people. But the thing is, I know what I got, man. And everybody can do what I can do, bro.
So, that goes to my next question. You being a professional, you being a writer and an MC, what's your thoughts on the whole ghostwriting? Like, how do you look at that? Like, as an MC's MC?
Well, I mean,
in this new current,
that's the thing.
Because I was just watching something. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Ice-T, or somebody, and they were saying, like, he was saying, in the era that I came up in, you had to like be rapping, like, and he said, I think it was his son or somebody he talked to, was like, yeah, Ice, all that's cool, but if you can't, it's about songwriting in today's music. Like, you got to be able to hit them with a dope record, whether it's lyrical. If you could sprinkle them with some lyricism in it, that's dope. Yeah. But nowadays people just want the.
That's very accurate, bro. That's very accurate. And to answer your question as precisely as possible, it's like I'm a competitor, bro. And in the hip hop we came up in, I don't want to play online. I don't want to play 2K online and you're better. I want you to beat them the first quarter and then I win the next. That's cheating to me. Now, I'm not saying ghostwriting is cheating, but it also depends on the artist.
Shout out to all the ghostwriters.
Shout out to the ghostwriters. I want to take those lumps and I want to take those L's and those W's. So everything falls on me. If they don't like this verse or they don't like this song, it's all me. So personally, I don't want that. I don't want it, bro. But you also got artists who aren't just straight hip hop, they're crossover. So
and I think that's another thing.
Yeah, it's a big Michael Jackson. Some of his dopest songs he didn't write. I get it. You know what I mean? But I don't think you can walk around calling yourself the GOAT and you got people pinning for you. That's my only thing.
Right. And I think that's where the gray area come in now. Like,
super
hip hop transitioned and wanted respect for so many years as being an art as opposed to just a fad. And they wanted to be considered music and wanted to be considered, artists as opposed to just hip hop artists.
Yeah, true.
And what happened was guys ran with it. Like, so they was like, I'm an artist. They stopped saying I heard a lot of guys now say I'm not just hip hop, I'm an artist. And so I think that let them off the hook as far as being the main writer. Or now it's just about, can I give you a dope record, dope content, and because I'm an artist. When I get the Grammy, it doesn't say this writer. It says artist, blah blah blah, as opposed to And I think it's pros and cons to it, because I look at it like
it is.
It grew hip hop that way. Like I think if we stayed in the original form, it'd probably be dead like jazz. But like I think it had to grow and become mainstream enough to where everybody wanted to listen to it,
right? And
people did consider it an art as opposed to one-dimensional fad. And so, that's just my thoughts on it. Everybody. But to get back to my man Andy Up, because he the pro, like I said, I'm just a fan, and I've been listening to hip hop. I'm a hip hop head.
That's a fact.
But also, I want to touch on like the Chicago scene of hip hop. Like give me some of the people in Chicago we should look out for that we may haven't heard of.
Hey, look, I'm super biased.
Outside of yourself, and also hold up. Let me go back. Listen, we ain't hating on ghostwriters because By the way, Annie Up, give them your information, because if you need a ghostwriter, we got one right here.
That's a fact. I love to write, and I mean, whatever you need, R&B, hip hop, rock, I don't care, bro. But you can find me on IG at Annie Up the Circle Click, Annie Up _ the Circle Click. You can find me on Twitter, which is where I spend most of my time. That's the real Annie Up. It's exactly how it sounds. And just hit me up, man. I'm super down to earth. I love to write, and I'm ready to work all day.
And you know what? Let me reformat that question, because I don't necessarily want to know about who we should look for. I want to know your style as opposed to the Chicago, which once was the drill style.
Yeah.
How do you fit in with that when you rap a completely different way? You have a completely different style, because we've seen that to have the success coming out of Chicago here recently.
Yeah.
Outside of Chance and guys like that, how do you fit in with?
Well, you know what, bro?
Scene?
I don't fit in at all. I'll be honest with you. When people hear me, that's why I make sure I drop my area. I always make sure, whether it's talking about a landmark in the city or whatever, let them know where I'm from, because I don't fit in with that, because I grew up on New York hip hop, bro. Period. That's not gonna ever change. That's where I'm rooted from, But also, I take a lot of. I mean, I could do drill. I could rap about drill all day, but I'll be honest. Like I just said, I would be living a lie, bro. I've never pulled the drill in my life. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna be authentic 24/7, bro. So again, I don't fit in, but also.
You fit in.
I fit in.
Because you're really from there.
I'm from there, bro. You know what I mean? That's one thing you can't take away from me. There's aspects of the drill that I love, bro. To be honest with you people, I am a huge fan of drill. Like, my folks be like, bro, like, why you listening to so much of this? Like, if you look at my YouTube search, bro, it's drilled out. Yeah. But I think it's because I'm such a huge fan, because I can't even imagine living that life that most of these drill rappers quote unquote live, because having to tiptoe around my city, bro. There's no way I can't go. Somebody on that with me, they own that on some goofy. So I can't even imagine it. And I think, I don't know, man. I want better for these guys. So I want to know their thought process, bro. So I kind of immerse myself in the drill scene, but I'm far from a drill rapper. I got drill rap vibes now. I'm a Gemini, so you're gonna get that mixture.
Right. You inspired by something, and that's natural. I think as an artist, you get inspired by seeing something, hearing something.
Since you said it, bro, I gotta give. I'm a huge fan of this dude, man, and hopefully he hears this out there. But Ruger, man, Ruger, he's one of the dope. He from like 59th, 60th, and like Wabash, Michigan over there. Bro, he's one of the more articulate, complex drill rappers. He talk that stuff, but he got this really sarcastic tone, bro. Get Ruger, ROOGA. He just did an interview on a podcast with Bo Deal and Chella. Go check that out too. I don't even know, bro, but I'm a fan of his if we're gonna talk about drill rappers.
All right, while we talking about rappers, I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and I just want your honest opinion. Top 5 rappers from Chicago all time.
Top 5, I gotta go in no particular order. I'm going Common, of course. He the ambassador around these joints. Twista is definitely up there. I really love to hear these young dudes, but I gotta go with the OGs, man. Like, I think.
Speak out, man. Listen, man. Ain't no right or wrong answer. Everything opinion based, like I say on the show.
That's a fact. I like YP. Mm-hmm. Man, and this is no knock to this dude, because I love what he's doing, man. He's an inspiration, young boy. But Herbo he hit or miss with me. Sometimes I'm like, no, Herbo, I don't like this, and sometimes I absolutely love this. Sometimes I hate when he too off beat. Like, he got this joint with Joey Badass. It's kind of old now. I think that's the coldest song Herbo ever put his bars to. So Herbo in there, but he got the asterisk because an OG could come smack him out anytime. Right. But it's after that, it's like Cruise, like psychodrama, bro. I can't even give you no individual dude.
I gotta show my man Mickey Halstead.
Mick, I'm tripping, man. Mick is definitely top 5. Yes. Dead or alive. Mickey is top 5. I love Mick. And Luke, man. Yeah. Lupe.
All right, so then switching gears, I'm gonna put you on the spot big time right now. I'm gonna put you on the spot big time, and I know it's gonna take some thought.
No, it ain't.
Top 10 rappers of all time, in your opinion, your list.
That's
list.
easier for me. That's easier for me because it's more broad.
In no particular order.
Well, I'm gonna put AZ anyway. So you got AZ. Mm-hmm. You know, and my joint might have just changed. You got, I'm not finna AZ, Nas, because I'm thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Sky Zoo. Yeah, that just he a new one.
Shout out to Sky Zoo.
He a new one, bro. I've been heavily immersed in that. Of course, you got Big, Pac. I ain't want to put them, but that's fine, right?
You got to. You got to put them in there. You got
to. Man. Then you got. I gotta put Kiss in there because Kiss changed my life, bro. Kiss changed. I was in 8th grade bumping Kiss heavy, bro.
Kiss. Sidebar. Kiss has impacted probably more of current artists, current rappers' lives than a lot of MCs that you just, he has.
That's a fact, bro. You can't take.
It's not an MC rapping today that don't put Kiss in a top. Like, that's how much impact he had. Like, it's crazy. But go ahead, finish.
I think that's 6. I'm rocking with now we got to get down to this gonna be but again, I come up off New York hip hop, man. Kool G Rap, one of my favorites, bro.
The Symphony,
one of my favorites. I love Rakim, bro. I really do love Rakim, but I think that Rakim spot would have to be that's kind of soothed with Nas. So in that A spot, well, no, not the A spot because I said no particular order. I gotta put my boy in there, man. My roadie, super lyrical, rest in peace. Ain't have a huge body of work.
I already know where you're going.
Big Pun, bro. He did it for me the way he was spitting in. Wasn't nobody spitting like that. There's a lot of bigs in this joint. Big L, another one.
That's what I thought you was
another one. In no particular order, because Big L still got the hardest intro in hip hop history. Still got the hardest. He say, hey, I'm just going. He say,
go ahead, spit.
He say, what's this motherfucking rap game without L? Yo, that's like Jews without ice. That's like China without rice, or the Holy Bible without Christ, or the Bulls without Mike, or crackheads without pipes, the Village without dice, or hockey games without fights. Don't touch the mic if you're unable to spit. Flamboyant is the label I'm with. I was sold, and then I got up on him. And he died. He got killed right when I had his. I'm like right before I bought his album. So anyway, Big L in there, and I think that's lead spot for one more. I'll mess around and y'all can crucify me for this if you want to, but I'm throwing Wayne in there, bro.
Yeah,
Wayne can have that 10th spot.
His impact was huge.
Yeah, it was huge,
in the mid 2000s. Like he controlled the airwaves,
bro.
Like
he was quote worthy.
Yeah.
He was Wayne, bro. And then you know what? When people. My boy told me right before Wayne started going crazy, he was like, Wayne finna be one of the biggest in the game. Johnny, if you listening, Lil Ron said we was walking to that gas station, bro. He told me Lil Wayne about to take over the game. He finna be next up. And I looked at him. I stopped. We were walking. We ain't had no license or none of that. I stopped dead in my tracks and looked at him in total, utter disgust and was like, what the hell are you talking about? And he looked at me back like, you don't know? And shortly thereafter, he took over the game. So when people, my point for saying all that to say was, when you make me a believer, I respect your craft. Whatever you do more, whether it's cooking, fighting, boxing, whatever you do, if you make me a believer and I didn't believe in you at first, I respect you that much more. So Wayne get that last spot, bro.
All right, switching gears, another question. What's your dopest hip hop album of all time? That's like you got it framed. It's at the top.
You know what? Low key, it's Reasonable Doubt, bro.
Yeah, it's dope body.
Let me tell you a quick story about Reasonable Doubt. O+, you know about this. It was a rainy day in '96. This was when cassette tapes was out, and I don't know. I went to the store or something, bro. It was dark. I was coming home, and I looked over, and it was a tape in the grass. It was a recordable tape. And I took it in the house, let it dry off. And I had, my brother blessed me with a dope little radio, so I let it dry off, put it in there, and it was Reasonable Doubt. Never heard of Jay-Z in my life, and all I heard was, and I was like, what? I called O+ over the crib, like, bro, you gotta come listen to this stud named Jay-Z. I don't know if you remember, but I do. Came over on 81st Street, and we was looking at each other, and also that's a dope little backstory to Reasonable Doubt, though, bro. I can always go back to that.
So what, like, and it's since you brought Jay-Z up, and you know, I on a couple of episodes I talk about.
I'm lying, man. Jay in that top 10, y'all. Jay in that. Take whoever you want now. Jay in that top 10. I was tweaking.
Shouts out the whole
Jay in that top 10, man.
I think what's happening now with the shift in having this adult contemporary hip hop is like feeding me at this point, because I had kind of given up on it. Like, honestly, like hip hop, because it started getting redundant.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's true.
Like you had to, in order to have success, which then translated to the masses hearing it, you had to talk about or rap about stuff that everybody wanted to hear.
That's a fact.
And so, me, even from some of the artists I love, I'm starting to hear this. I'm like, I can't. So when people switched up the Commons, the Hoes, a bunch of different people, and they say, you know what, man, I'm just gonna make album about what's going on with me at this current stage of my life. It resonated with me because it's like, finally.
Right.
You know, give me some dope beats and some bars, and then you talking about something, and that's all I need for a real hip hop fan. That's all I needed, because I don't hate on the youth and the stuff that they got going on. Everything ain't for everybody. You know, like I said, it's opinion based, but I think with this new wave of adult contemporary hip hop, I think the paradigm shifted, and now you're gonna see a lot of hip hop artists going to have rock star like careers later on, like aging in their 50s and 60s, still being able to tour, and people still coming out.
What's the cause of that, bro? You think? What shifted that like that? You know what? I think somebody who got to get. I
think courage just shifted it. It's a couple people. Fonte was from Lil Brother. He made some dope projects. Super dope. Just adult stuff. Talking about life, and I think it's nobody can escape aging.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think once you accept hip hop for so long has been so competitive that it's like, if you ain't doing this, and it's copycat. If you ain't doing this, you ain't doing nothing. And so I think when the first person, whoever it is, shouts out to whoever was the first person to say, I'm gonna step out and do this, whether it's for the mainstream or whether I get plays or not. All it takes is one person,
I think Drizzy need a little credit too.
Drizzy definitely. I think Drizzy created this whole new style.
It's out of the stratosphere and still taking pride in what he pens and whatever, what he spit or what he records.
And thanks for bringing that to my attention, because you're right. Drizzy has had thought-provoking stuff that was just about day-to-day life, as opposed to like, I was on the block, like Drizzy, he'll say anything. Like, I can't think of nothing off the top of my head, but he'll say anything that's just like, I was dealing with the same thing.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? So I think it kind of opened the door. You're right.
Appreciate you for that.
No doubt, man. But you said that we talked about the album. So what's the album that impacted your life as an MC?
Oh man, my life, it would have to be album that impacted my life. That's heavy. Low key, it was probably something like it wasn't. I love Do or Die. I love Ill. It was probably Illmatic, bro.
Yeah, Illmatic was dope.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nas, real quick, do you I always say Nas is like the Vince Carter of rap. I mean, meaning he had all the gifts, all the tools, all the ability, but at some point, and he had a good run at some point, but it was a shorter run than most, and I don't know if the work ethic matched up with the skill at some point. And he still played his position, and he still loved like Vince Carter is in the NBA right now.
Right.
But maybe never recaptured the glory Vince Carter or the glory Nas. I mean, he's had bars, he has sparks, but sometimes I feel like shouts out to Nas, you still one of my favorite MCs, Nas, but just me being a hip-hop guy, I see sometimes, like, even on a new project, he spits some dope stuff, but I feel like he really trying, like, and sometimes I think, and you an MC, I think sometimes you need to just get away from the game a little bit, when you're doing that. And
especially an introverted dude like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that caused, that bit him in the butt, being that personality, that introverted personality, not one to.
And he a surface dude. Nas never really spit about nothing deep feeling.
Until his mom passed.
Yeah, and even that, it was still kind of surface because you knew she died.
Right, you're right.
But it's never going into,
Yeah.
And as much as, we might criticize a lot of different MCs, sometimes you got to go with.
And that's what I specialize in,
Yeah,
bro.
you have to.
I specialize in
like, because people feel it through the music.
You're
like,
right, bro.
Like, and me being a consumer, I feel it through the music when I'm like, man, Nas is talking about. I don't know what it's dope. It was complex. He just hit me with something, but.
You read that out of the book.
Yeah, and it was just like, he put some words together on a dope track. Like, but I think what resonate with people is when you can feel them. Like, when you feel them, like.
That's why Pac will always be up there. Always.
Yes.
He ain't have to have the complex scheme and all that. Like, Pac will always forever be up. But that's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just, a masterful MC, but it's just like, surfacey and lack of good beats.
Yeah.
Throughout
And
his
what he
career.
said about that, which I did appreciate.
What?
But he said the reason he picked, the reason he picked some of the beats he picked over his career was because he wanted to challenge himself.
13 albums. I can't. I mean, I can't imagine like at some point you guys got to go with what works. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand challenge yourself, but at some point we just got to go with a formula that works.
I agree wholeheartedly, brother.
Like, okay, so like right now, if I got a reel of beats for you, and this beat slapping, Just Blaze did it, this joint slapping. FYI, speaking of it, sidebar, I love to hear Nas over Just Blaze beat, which I never heard. And this slapping, and I'm like, nah. And then I hear this flute joint, and I'm like, yeah, that's the one. Nah, I can't believe that everybody that been in the room, engineers, producers, was like, for 12 joints, 12 albums.
And he used to try to bring them underdog cats up to the LESs and I know in the Salon Remy's. I know, bro, but this is what I read. So I don't agree with it. I'm going in that joint, and I think, to be honest with it, I think he a really eclectic, quirky guy.
I do.
And that shit sound better to him than it does to us.
True.
That's what I think it is, personally.
But it's just so hard, like, cause he from the era where it was A&Rs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so him being Nas, every producer, like, think about hearing Nas over a Just Blaze banger.
Going nuts.
I'm saying, like, I'm sure these guys sent beats up, like, here. Yeah. And he just was.
What was his dopest produced album, bro, that you can think of off top? Don't think too much.
I Am.
I agree.
That was his dopest
He came out of he was like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, the production on I Am was the best that he ever had.
Yeah, Timbo on there.
Yeah. I mean, he had some heat on there. I mean, so
I Am.
I definitely would say that. But, man, I want to thank Eddie Up for coming through.
Thanks for having
chopping
me,
it up with
Thank
us.
you for having me, bro.
We got some real insight from a real MC, a pro's pro, a MC's MC. And I'm just thankful. And I hope y'all got some insight for it. So, we're going to move on. We're going to move on with this week's quote of the day. And the quote of the day I actually read, and I thought it was fitting for this show. And it goes, let's stop competing and let's collaborate. So that's my quote of the week, y'all. Let's stop competing and let's collaborate. And my song of the week, being that this show was about MCs and hip hop and just general content, but my song of the week is by Brand Nubian, Don't Let It Go to Your Head. A classic record. For everybody that ain't never checked it out, go check it out. It ain't never too late to get up on something that's dope. And moving along into my legend of the week. Now, as everybody know, my legends of the week is just people who crossed my mind, who impacted me in whatever way, shape, or fashion. And this person was on my mind instantly when I knew Annie Up was going to be in town. I knew his field of expertise was, hip hop and being an MC. So this guy fit the bill, and he been on my mind ever since I knew Antioch was coming down, and I was gonna be able to talk to him. But my legend of the week is none other than The Rush. Everybody who knows knows. Now The Rush from my neighborhood, and The Rush is younger than me. But what The Rush did in our neighborhood was he started a record label. Now the record label never reached highly acclaimed status or even mainstream status. But for our local area, Chatham, it was something that nobody was doing. And I watched him be passionate about it and really give his all. And it was inspiring to me on the outside looking in. I watched him take guys who never even considered being artists and get them a platform and probably even surprise themselves, putting out compilations and mixtapes. And I was a fan. And more so, I was proud to know him and proud of what he was doing. At that time, it was just inspiring. I mean, I heard so many guys that I walked the neighborhood and talked to on records, Heat Seat, and everybody. You could think of Devon Slam, R.I.P. was on there. Eddie, and these guys was doing something constructive and not destructive. And a lot of that credit goes to The Rush. So my legend of the week is none other than The Rush. Your passion inspired me, brother. And even now, he parlayed that into managing and trying to develop other talent. And ultimately, in life, you want to find something that you're passionate about and something that, you want to be able to pass on to somebody and get them knowledge about. And I watched you do it, and you my legend of the week. None other than The Rush. It's your boy Big Nard. Make sure y'all tune in next week. I got another great episode coming up. I told y'all on the mid-season recap, no caps, that I'll have some good shows lined up, and y'all stay tuned. So, thank y'all for listening. Thanks for the support. It's your boy. Until next week, later.